Hey, how are you? Jason Utley. It is Monday, December 20th, 8:25 p.m. Now, I've read this first the 3 pages, then I threw in a fourth page hours later. I'm recording this because I'm going to read these 4 pages, and this is such a good story. I am loving this story. Even the first 3 pages I love. And then I wrote the fourth, and I love it even more. And somehow, now that I'm thinking about it, I better show you right now. The look, when I mention this and other stories, the look is something like disbelief. And because we're all different, we all have a different view of what disbelief is. Somebody's talking to you and you're like, or something like that, right? Something like that, right? So that's kind of like when I say the look, flashes the look, that's what they're doing. Picture yourself not believing what you're hearing, and you got that look. Really? Right? That's what I'm sharing. Okay, now listen. Almost 2 minutes in, I haven't even start. You know what? Let's just start. I'll read the date, read the time, read 1 page, and then I'll shut down a video and do a page 2 and 3, and then page 4. Does that sound fair? All right, let's just start. Sunday, December 19, 2021. Stories told on Fold. Rise of dawn's early light. I was also going to call it Rise of Dawn's Early Morning Sun. But then I thought, you know what? The Americans, in their song, anyway, okay. So now you got where I got the idea for that from. All right, so 11:09 I started. At 12:40 p.m. I finished the first page. Oh my God, it's almost 3 minutes. I am just starting the story. And with that, let's start the story. Grandpa, tell us a story in those voices you make. Please. Please, Grandpa. The weather, our friends, even our parents. Yeah, nothing's on. Everything's boring. Please. And besides, how can you say no to such hearts as the two before you? Please. Child with the smile. ×2. And nothing pending. They're right. All the factors, personal and environmental, everything's a go. So how can you say no? Thoughts coincide, but I've got to keep them on their toes. But how? Include them so they don't get bored. God knows, started or halfway through, somewhere before the end, and I'll be talking to myself. It's a wonder how stories ever got written, much less told in the first place. Then, as if a memory returned, as if an answer, writing places you in power. You're in control. You're in the driver's seat. Full control. You decide the silence or the radio station, music, beats, and jams. You're the man. You decide. But then, as if Beethoven rolled over, biting into a piano leg, a multiverse of sound resonated, echoes of distant memory. A choir of experiences, personal and shared, by others chiming in. Those of every age, class, race, religion, nations, all. What's the proper or correct word? In some cases, people have allowed a spirit, apparition, you name it, channeled through them. They've called them clairvoyants. In other cases, people have been victims of possession. We'll stop there. What's the difference? A look of wonder. Was I thinking out loud? Thoughts turn at light speed. So fast, they transform genius into obscurity. Good grief, Grandpa mutters. You're inexplicably repugnant, an adversity to manifesting magical content on the fly. Guy. On the fly? Guy? Even his sister had to look twice. Since when did her brother ever talk like that? As for Grandpa, the very thought of grandson listening to his thoughts. Oh, the shadows of technology and mystery. Nature's affinity. Right then. Jolly good show, old chap. I too feel you. Can't believe I'd forgo some time spent. What I've always wanted. My most adored audience in his best. In his best, David Allen at large English impression. By the way, that was a terrible David Allen at large. Really awesome show. If you ever get a chance, check that out. Oh, back to the story. Where are you going to story us today with, Grandpa? Look around as if preoccupied in a rush. Interactive. What can you tell me about it? Eyes wide and ears disbelieving. Say what? Back in my day, I discovered Which Way books and Choose Your Own Adventure books. What gives, Gramps? Is that why you're grumpy? Nah, a difference between inhospitable and preoccupied. Now then, if it's a story you want, then long ago higher education was the shared knowledge of elders, giants who shouldered the responsibilities of family and community. The youth were raised, learned strategy and how to survive in a translucent world. This is the start of the story, isn't it? Maybe. But like I said, interactive stories gave the power to the participant or those adventuring. The safest way to take children out on the hunt was first to story the event. As they learned, they would run off with their friends and act out the tale. That's what you mean? As if a switch was flipped. Not quite, but yes, you're right. Content is everything. Stories are the shoulders of giants. And those giants who empower and give strength to the next generation. Drinks, snacks, and a place to sit. The three of them were ready for a story to begin. Thought the story had already begun. Now you see what I'm saying. Interactive. I give up, Grandpa. Will you please tell us now? Bro, you don't just know how sad and pathetic that sounds. Asking for a little help. Sad got nothing with now. Fight! Fight! Something's not right. Hum and a ha, let's find Chakwa. And as Dukrafna sang, he threw his whole body into motion, a little at a time. Momentum. Wheels turning and near to the ground. The earth, wind, and sky gave nothing but insight. Hum and a ha. Feelings and more connected the dots. Time gave way, some say, sensei, as we learned to fight and dance, and we played tag, live and learn, and see how much fun can exist when we risk and gamble, strengthening each other's weakest links. Chakwa! And toss the urn. Chakwa! Live and love. Tough stuff matters. Chakwa! Duke Nukem, tossing uranium. Chakwa! And we take on the powers of animal and legend, of fairy tale and folklore, of magic and momentum. Can you feel my heart thumping? Chakwa! And like the tide, we rise. Like the tide, we subside. And there's nothing new as we live and love and create all we want and need for us and our family. Chakwa. Sirius and the light from other stars. Kids and dance and role playing to the song, warming up and lashing out to finally stretch and mellow to the hypnotic rhythm, and left with only the beat and feelings imposed. Did you just make that up, Grandpa? The story? The song? Flashing back the look. Grandpa, you know. That was one of our kids saying that. Like I said, growing up, when you are placed in control, get to choose for your characters, you try to create the best outcomes because you love the story, the characters, and you want the story to last for as long as possible. That's how role-playing games became the phenomenon they are now. In fact, the question of the chicken or the egg can be applied to all things. And in all things, the question becomes auspicious. Grandpa, Yeah, my eyes are glazing over, Grandpa. Come on. Look, you wanted a story, I'm giving you one. You need some auspice first. Oh, you're adding spices to the story? Backstory. The power of understanding where a character comes from, who they are, why and what they see and feel. Chicken and the egg. Auspicious is the promised origin that grants favor and opens the gate to auspice. Grandpa! Auspice is the study of birds, character development. Study of birds, character development, and the impact of any species as they create and transform the environment. The origin of the bird brain, I get it. Why you look? But I think when you heard of a bird brain, the context may have been slang. Right, tally ho and let's go. Time's wasting and I'm going to go slap happy if I can't get this bird up and running. Grandson, now doing the English impression. That was all 4 pages. Look at that. 17 minutes. Hey, that was fun. Gee, I hope I get to write the story now.